In this video, we're going to be listening to the music Celestial Symphony from the game Black Myth Wukong. This video goes out to Watcher. They're a Tier 5 Patreon member, which means once per month they can pick any song they want for a customized reaction. All right, I know nothing about this game, so feel free to give me some context down in the comments below. I'm excited. Let's go. Hello and welcome in. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician, and music teacher living in Seattle. I'm very curious what we're about to hear. Let's go. Cool use of percussion and kind of ambient nothingness. Cool gongs there. Ooh, wicked slow tempo. Effective use of dynamics. Slow build. Whew. Playing quietly, that high is nice. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Tickadoo. Oh, I hear that electric bass tucked in there. What a cultural instrument representation. Nice writing. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, we're like halfway through. We got to go back and talk about the introduction and our kind of just development of our theme here. And just stellar use of contour within that very gorgeous melody there. Now, I like the beginning quite a bit. Effective use of dynamics really coming from nothing into something and then building into a massive climactic point here. Obviously very percussion heavy. You can almost hear kind of like the low end. Whatever our string bass like instruments are going to be there. It's very guttural. Resin on bow, on string, perhaps. Maybe other ways to create that sound, but similar goal. Very spatial. No real set of tonality or tempo yet. The gong use, sorry, I'll shut up for a second. The gong use right there is stellar with also some cymbal work. Very, very nice. Miniature crescendo there. Strings, synths, setting, where we're going to be. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Wicked slow. But even within that, you can hear on our percussive side there, you can still hear the articulations. Like, even though the dynamic is so low, the drum hit there was very almost personal sounding. You know what I'm saying? You can hear like the ictus of it. Ictus meaning like when you're conducting where you're showing like beat patterns, you can really hear that within the percussion. It's a nerdy small detail, but I love nerdy small details. This is where I started getting invested. I'm like, okay, where's this really going to go? A little exploratory. Ba-da. Now, I don't know if I'm listening to a cornet or a trumpet or some other form of horn here, It sounds really good though, and I love the use. Assuming the player is playing at dynamics desired and it's not mixed later, it's hard to play in high range and keep the dynamic low. So I really dig what's going on right here. Cool arrangement on the bass voice descending there. Good voice leading. And then obviously you get teased for not teased. We're really, it's over a minute of just kind of like taffy. We're just pulling it out there, and we finally get almost a forte piano here on this this horn hit, and then we're gonna resolve and kind of push further into that. Massive difference. Bum ba dum bum bum dum 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 bum 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 bum. Wait a second. Almost never. We're not gonna go there. Sorry. We'll keep the rock music out. Anyway, I love what happens though on that downbeat. There is no big bass hit. There is no big cymbal crash. We just kind of go into this moving line, and it doesn't feel super just tangible on the down. I really like that. Right here, 3, 4. You get kind of a choir release. Chickadoo, chickadoo, all those falls. I love that. Boom, 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 boom. And then the electric bass player comes in, and it's nice because I was not expecting to have an electric bass sound at all within this composition because we just were in so many other spots. So that's really nice. Way down there. I think you got to have the headphones on to hear it. That's beautiful. Yeah, so you get, it's what a groove that's going on. The percussion is just jamming, man. We're just laid back. It feels very cultural, and it's just like a really cool melody that it's just sitting, like, we're not going fast. It's chill. It's relative to the beginning. We've had this explosive dynamic, climactic area. And then we pull back and we're just sitting in the pocket with this groove. And obviously the low brass is going to come in here and take us somewhere else. I'm going back about 6 seconds. But I just like the setup for this. Bum ba da ba bum bum bum, and I love be da 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 dee da 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 da. I mean, I'm not singing the actual the little descending lick correctly, but it just works really well to bring this out and to put us into the second half of this phrase here. And then wow, man. That's what we call a very effective use of melody. Nice right in the middle of the mix too. It did not need to be louder because I feel like all the inner voices of not literal human voices of the orchestration, meaning the layers of what's going on within the chord progression, how our harmonic structure is, kind of the ink, how the ink is thrown on the page there. Since that melody is so in the stratosphere, meaning the timbre of the voice is so high up there, it's going to cut through all the ensemble there. So really outstanding sound design, very effective. I went back about 12 seconds. Let's keep going. Theme of development, baby. Oh, yeah, man. Displacement. Great horn line. Really beefed up this melody here. Nice auxiliary percussion. Wow, okay. Of course. Of course, man. Ooh, I heard you, Woodman Runs. Oh, sick, dude. Hell yeah. What a killer piece of music. There's some time left in this video, but it might just be, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, is this the outro for the channel or is this actually part of the piece? Feels like it's part of the piece. All right, so the second half was awesome. I mean, in reality, the whole piece of music is great. We're going to go back and listen to the second half again, obviously, and talk about what's going on. But the focal point being, man, when that drops out and we basically get into the percussion feature and it's just groove central, man. Like, I'm going to be biased as a percussionist, so like there's clearly no surprise there. But overall, though, just on the first listen, definitely have enjoyed this. Let's go back to about, I guess, the 2 minute 6 second, and let's go through this again. Obvious differences. Obviously now incorporating a pulse sense of triplets happening everywhere. The melody is the same. It's kind of augmented. We have more voices on it. The dynamic is bolstered, so it's a little bit more present. But adding in that variation with the triplets, it's all going to line up the same, though. It's going to be, we're still in the same meter. Everything is there, but it just makes it cool, right? Because variety, what is it? We know, folks, variety is the spice of life, especially in music. But how cool does that sound? I didn't even catch that the first time. That's cool. And obviously the harmonies around that with the horns are also super loud this time in comparison to what we had on the previous like installation of that melody. I'm going back 7 seconds. You can hear that low trombone voice. Yeah, and you know, the way the percussion is being used is different than it was before. So that's obviously going to give a different feel, even though harmonically speaking, we're the same. Melodically speaking, we're the same. But the arrangement, you know, we have these varieties that give us a different feel. I went back 10. That's cool, man. Bump. Whoa, way up there. And you get it. So like, yeah, that's like brass band stuff right there. That's killer. So you're getting like such a mix of, we have a lot of varieties of going on within this and sounds. And then you get like this kind of like marching band stuff happening too. I'm going to, you know, obviously geek out for that because I'm super biased, but I enjoy it quite a bit. Back 8 seconds. So now we have a much bigger harmony line behind our like main melody there, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is great orchestration. Orchestration meaning the art of how you're putting that arrangement on the page. I went back 6 seconds. Let's listen to this harmony underneath the main melody. I love how the halftime groove is kind of still there. We get that in there as we push into what this feels like, this little key change for a bit here. That's pretty cool writing. Now we have some tangible snare drum down below. Now we're into our feature. Yeah, that was just as cool the second time around. In fact, we need to go listen to it one more time because I love how the modern, not modern, the main groove just kind of drops out and we're left with that still going on, and we fill in all the, it's just like all these like little random sounds that are happening that they're just so cool. But obviously the main chunk is junk junk those 2 eighth notes are the primary point that's going to be repeated to kind of keep that groove alive. Sorry. One more time, just because it's so damn good. Oh, singular. Coming back at it. Yeah, man. Huge. That's very loud. Which makes sense because we take it and then we have our little outro, assuming it's part of it. It's so unrelated because of the piano usage and the heavy focus on strings in comparison to everything else that we just heard. What a killer piece of music. That was like super fun, man. That was Water. That was very good. That was a great Patreon request. So again, I have no context about the game. So please, I know it. I have the idea that it's popular right now, but let me know. Am I missing out? Also, I'm on this like battle, man. Like, I don't know. How many of you are console owners? It's like the NCAA, the 25, NCAA 25 just came out, and I'm like, do I need to get a console for one video game? That's a horrible idea. But at the same time, I'm like, man, but like, do I need to play stuff like this too? I don't know. Like, you could help persuade me, I guess. You could, whatever. We're rambling. We're going to stop. Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'll see you in the next one soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.